Okay, watch real quick. This makes me happy. Why can't I?
We're filming a show.
Stop it.
Stop it.
We wait our entire life.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. That was
I hate
it?
you. I stopped it because you're uninterested, and I don't like.
I was engaged.
You were not engaged.
God damn it, Shorty.
Okay.
No?
No.
Why not?
Hurry. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready. Welcome everyone to Walking After Whiskey. I'm Shorty.
And I'm Travis. We're going to break down your latest episode of The Walking Dead.
We're also going to break down some top shelf whiskey.
We are. And we're going to break down season 10, episodes 19 and 20, One More and Splinter, respectively.
Yes.
And the whiskey we're going to break down.
Let me give a shout out to my girl Alexis. So I called her out on the first episode of the season for bailing. But then she came through and she actually donated this bottle for us.
Holler.
So this is Alley 6. It's from a distillery in Healdsburg. So very highly rated. So looking forward to this. Thanks, Alexis. I don't hate you anymore.
You're very yee. Thank you, Alexis.
Don't bail on me again, though.
She remembers fucking everything.
And except the last episode.
Oh, cheers to goddamn review.
Oh. Cheers.
Good intro. Fucking
Thanks.
killed it.
Yeah, we did.
First try.
First try.
Nice.
That's pretty
It's definitely a rye.
smooth. Alrighty, ready?
Let's start us off, Shorty, on episode One More. Episode 19 for season 10. We see Aaron and Gabriel walking out, and they're supposed to be gathering some supplies. They have a map on where they kind of want to look at.
Yeah, Maggie's map.
We haven't seen Aaron and Gabriel for a very, very long time. They've been out many days, and you know they both have daughters. They both have a lot riding on this, since they want to be successful and fruitful.
I actually thought, wow, we're going to do an entire show off Aaron and Gabriel. And it took me a minute to even remember Aaron's name. I was like, oh, we haven't seen him in so long. I was like, it's Aaron. Right? So, but I was a little surprised at the pairing and a little surprised that they carried the whole episode. But what really helped was the drama that ensued.
Yep.
So we're going to kind of go through. We got 2 episodes to go through, so we're kind of going to, well, plus there's literally 4 people in 2 episodes involved.
Yeah, right.
So this should be fairly quick. So there, some funniness happens, right?
Yeah.
Gabriel falls in the mud.
Mud
What makes it more funny is because Aaron at that point is just kind of over him. Like he's tired of moving on. He wants to go back home. He wants to spend time with his daughter. And Gabriel keeps saying one more. That's the title of the episode. Yeah. So, you know, and every time though, Aaron's like, okay, I guess what is he going to say? But every time Aaron says, okay. So they finally stumble upon, it's like a gas station warehouse or something. What was it? It was like a weird kind of a
little storefront.
Yeah,
I can't really tell what it was. Like an old, like beaten down, like car garage, or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe like an old car garage.
Something. Even the stuff that was inside, you actually couldn't really tell. It was very ambiguous of what the actual shop was. And they thought they kind of hit the jackpot a little bit because there was no zombies on the inside, which should be your first telltale.
Someone's there.
Right? I actually thought that. I was like, okay, there's no zombies here, so something is wrong, or somebody's already here.
Yeah.
My guy's got some issues. So somebody's here, but they kind of hit the jackpot. They hit the jackpot in 2 ways. So number one is Gabriel finds a very rare bottle of whiskey, rare good bottle of whiskey. And while he's doing that, because now I know in the apocalypse I'm going to check every freaking drawer and every file cabinet in the apocalypse.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Exactly, for alcohol.
If you ever play Resident Evil, you already know this. That's where all the clips are, and that's where all the good stuff is, and all the emblems you got to put in statues, which will obviously happen to you in the apocalypse.
Why don't they do that more often? I feel like they don't do that more often, or often enough anyways. And while that happens, Gabriel hears a loud scream, goes running out, finds Aaron, who has come upon a boar, and kills the boar, no fun. And then another jokey thing, so now it's Gabriel's turn to laugh at Aaron because Aaron cries like a bitch apparently, or screamed like a bitch apparently. So not only do they have now a great bottle of whiskey, but they have pork. We got pork.
There's something crazy about about this season in general is there's supposed to be tying loose ends up. It seems like there's all these episodes are kind of just been like fluff. Like why are you fluffing anything? Because you have to be tying all these bows up. And Gabriel, we talked earlier, Shorty and I. Gabriel and Aaron both have young daughters at home. You know, they both want time with them, but it also makes their time out must be fruitful. And at this point, we're like, what, 16, 17 years in the apocalypse. Like, there's no cans of, like, Jolly Green Giant green beans out there. There's no more, there's no more boxes of rice-a-roni for them to find. Like, what are they actually looking for, right? They're looking...
Doesn't actually Gabriel find some when they, so Gabriel finds, yes. Anyways.
So when they're out there, when they go out there to do these long treks, like, it is so much more important that they come back with something. To go out there, they take reserves to go out with them so they can feed themselves while they look for things. To not bring anything back after being gone for so many days is just heartbreaking. And especially when you have family, you're a provider as a man or father, or as a father or as a mother, you hate to not bring anything back for the house and for the group, And so it's funny when you hear Aaron cry like a little bitch and they found this boar. I'm like, fuck yeah, you guys gonna get pork belly. They're about to have made back ribs.
They feel like they weren't prepared to bring anything back. I felt like they ate the whole pig. Yeah. They said there's no bacon for anybody but me.
Well, how many days they can bring? What? Like how many days would it take to bring a whole pork?
Whole pork.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pulled pork. Like how much can they bring back? Before it goes bad.
You feel like though they would have learned how to dry food, right?
You think by now,
jerky,
right?
Jerky lasts forever. That's why jerky exists.
Yep.
Anyways, the other interesting thing I just thought of though is in the Carol and Daryl episode. Daryl's map gets ruined, and then in this episode, Maggie's map gets ruined.
Yeah. And Aaron didn't even want to go anymore, and they kept alluding to this water tower, which is, so on a shorty, obviously there's nothing, if you're out in the middle of like, middle America, and there's no buildings, everything's really, really low, all you have is water towers and mountains to go by, right? So he keeps pointing to water towers, which sucks for me being a comic book fan of this comic book series, because Gabriel in the comics dies by a water tower. So when I bring up the word water tower, I'm like, oh, is it? Oh, is this it? It's a total cock tease, but whatever.
So anyway, so then, so they get to drinking, like us.
Drinking up.
They get to drinking, having a good time, being super honest. And I don't think the intention was to get smashed, but they got smashed. And when Gabriel wakes up, they pass out. When Gabriel wakes up, Aaron's gone. And then they come across Terminator.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
T-1000, right?
Yeah, they came across Terminator, which so distinctive only because of his ears, right? Yes. That dude's ears are unmistakable. So Terminator dude comes in the picture. Great character, by the way. Like
Maze.
He's very, very believable, very psychotic, very believable. And then he makes them play a game of Russian roulette. So first he's mad because they stole his liquor and they stole his pig.
Yeah.
So I'd be a little pissed too.
Pretty fucking pissed.
I don't know if I'd make anyone play Russian roulette over my dead pig and my gone whiskey. Maybe in the apocalypse I might be that angry, but he was hangry. He needed a Snickers bar.
Everyone alludes to it as well as like, do you think this gun is loaded? Because in apocalypse everyone has guns now, but not many people have bullets anymore. So guns aren't even as scary as they used to be. You're like, still ain't loaded.
Oh, but he showed. He saw. Here's your bullets.
He had Aaron tied up in the back room in a wheeled-in chair.
Right.
Aaron was scared for his life, obviously. They wheeled him to a chair next to Gabriel and breaks down this story to them about how people are just shit people in the apocalypse. How even his own brother couldn't be trusted. Why would he trust these two? Why do you wear the cloth, Gabriel? Like, there's a God's not here anymore.
Well, the thing though too is that he heard their entire conversation.
Oh yeah.
So everything, like they were like, oh, Bish heard everything we had to say, right? So dirty. That's just dirty, but whatever.
I mean, you got to know your enemy. You guys are in your place. But I'm wondering too. But if you're so pissed off about them killing your boar, why don't you stop them killing your boar? Like you're watching them do it, right? Like why wouldn't you take the steps?
Maybe he was waiting for Thanksgiving or something. We don't know.
No, exactly. But I mean, if he was that pissed off, to stop them from killing your boar. So he tells a story about how his own brother in the apocalypse, they shared everything. On a run, he came back. His brother sat on his pile of food and tried to stab him. He said, "For doing this, I killed my brother's family in front of him and left him there."
Do you think his brother really did that? I think his brother really maybe tried to steal the food, maybe. But other stuff, I don't know.
This issue gave him trust issues. If he's branching who he's become off of this one instance, then this happened. In some manner, shape, or form, his brother took things from him, and he took his brother's life from him. That happened.
All right, so then kind of speed this up a little bit. So, of course, neither Aaron or Gabriel are going to shoot the other person, so they make it through. And so Gabriel talks Maze off the ledge, and kind of convinces them to go with them. And as that's happening, and Maze unties Gabriel, apparently should have untied Aaron first, but as he's untying Gabriel's out of the film, out of the picture, and then boom, I'm gonna club you with Aaron's mace hand.
The worst part about it, like
Mace
what
hand.
the
Mace.
worst or
Mace,
best
right?
part about
Mace.
this was that Maze was super excited to go meet these people.
was.
He was like, "Oh, you have people? Oh, is there kids there? Oh, I can't wait to be part of the community again." Like he was totally his hopes were so high.
And then
It was,
Maze got killed with a mace.
yeah, Mazed.
Mace got killed with a mace.
Yeah.
All right, and Aaron was a little shocked, but you and I talked about this a little bit. So I think we all agreed that that was the thing that he had to do. Like
Yep.
it all made perfect sense to us. And as they kind of go on exploring to figure out like what else is in there, how did he find us? How did he hide from us? They go up and they discover in the attic area. I don't know what you call it, but in the attic area, I clipped myself. Sorry, folks. They find Maze's brother and Maze's brother's dead family.
Wife and daughter.
His sister-in-law and niece.
They both have bullets in them, and his brother is handcuffed to like a pipe behind them. Very sad. I mean, to just watch your obviously be killed in front of you, and it's sad to sit there and look at your family rot and decay for the rest of your life.
And we knew he was going to off himself. Like there was no.
Yeah. A lot of people online have been speculating that Maze's brother killed his family in the game of Russian roulette. And I'll tell you right now, there's no man out there that would kill his wife and daughter before himself.
Maybe the wife, but not the child.
I mean,
She could have been a bitch. We don't know.
Unless you're, the Wolverine from WWF. Well, Ben, I forget that wrestler's name. Ben, whatever.
Wrong audience.
Yeah. So I don't think Russian roulette. Plus the gunshots were in the chest, and I think the daughter had one in her head. And so no father will go through that. Every father will kill himself first.
I agree. There's no way that you're gonna watch your daughter hold a gun to her head and let that shit happen. There's no way.
So he killed him in front of him.
You might. The wife maybe, I don't know, but the daughter absolutely not. So, anyways. And then weirdly enough, they find cans that we were talking about. How can there still be cans left in the fucking apocalypse after 16 years? But they do find some stuff. And then as they're leaving, though, appropriately enough, Gabriel's now ready to go home, and Aaron's the one that says one more. So Gabriel may still, to your point, Gabriel could still, they're headed for that water tower.
Yes.
So Gabriel could still be offed.
Yeah.
We don't know. I just thought it interesting that this entire episode was for two people that I could care less about.
I like them both in this episode. I thought they did really well.
Oh, they did fine.
I love how
But I don't care
Gabriel
about them.
is so adjusted. Like when he killed Mace, he's like, "Oh yeah, he can come with us." Like he's so calculated. Like it's just effortless. And Aaron's like, "What do you mean, man? He was gonna be?" It's like, no, he's like, "No, we can't bring with us."
It does feel like
We
at
can't
some
bring
point
him
he
with
should
us.
take off the cloth. It does feel a little bit like that, but okay, whatever.
On to the next episode, which we'll cheers to that. Good review, Shorty.
Oh, we got another episode.
Oh yeah, Splinter, episode 20. Just ball.
So, I loved Princess since she first brought her purple-haired ass
Tank
onto
girl.
set. I love her. I love her more now. Talk about an interesting character, and so far into the entire show, they introduced the character, and yet she is allowed to hold an entire show on her own.
Yep.
Like so soon after being introduced. I thought that was pretty amazing. But boy, we didn't know how crazy she was. That girl,
Cray.
Looney Tunes.
Cray.
Looney Tunes. But you gotta love her. I love her even more now.
I love how she picked her up. So I've been in wooden boxes like this before. You just take a splinter at a time. And so she thinks she's talking to Yuriko on the ground, which we found out later that none of them were there. So she sees Yuriko. She's basically she's being held on a train, right? Basically like a wooden box cart. And there's two, one before her, one in front of her. Eugene's on one side, and Yumiko is right next to her on the left. I'll never call her that again.
And she got like, well, so just a little bit back up a little bit. Like Yumiko though, she got the shit beat out of her. Like out of everybody, she was the most damaged for sure. Like she got hit in the head. She got the beat down for sure. So I was just gonna say Tank Girl. Now you got that stuck in my head.
So she's still passed out on the ground, and so you see her you see Princess like basically like a window of wood this big, just like picking at it. Can now put her whole face through it. You can see her now just by. I mean, this is how it shows you her mind, like how she's used to like, I guess like not being alone, but just basically can just pick at things and just the girl's very I don't know what would you call that? Someone that just kind of like. I don't know, Princess is definitely out of her element by herself.
Well, she has to amuse herself. That's the thing.
Yes.
Like she finds ways to amuse. She's alone a lot as a child.
Yes.
She has to find ways to amuse herself, like imaginary friends. Like you see where that comes into play a lot. The whole imaginary friends thing. So, key point though, the reason why it's called Splinter is because as she's plucking away that wood to talk to Yumiko more, she gets that splinter in her hand, and that splinter triggers a whole episode, like a whole nother, like it definitely was a trigger mechanism for her, right? And so she's trying to make sure that Yumiko is okay, like trying to keep her awake and stuff.
Sure.
Yumiko gets taken, and when that happens, like she's yelling for people to help her, so hopefully she's being helped. And when that happens, this is the dumbest thing. Okay, so the one episode was the grenade, right? I talked about how stupid the grenade is. How stupid in this car that you put a prisoner that the board is on the inside.
Yeah.
You put that shit on. I guess she could have still punched through if she wanted to.
Yeah.
But I just thought, wow, this is.
She never went through that board at all. So she was just basically, and when you say the word splinter, not only thing you think metaphorically, splinter like in her brain, like she's fucking nuts. So basically, it's metaphorically and physically a splinter. So this Ezekiel comes and visits her from the top of her train car, right? Jumps down, and they have this cool interaction, and they hug, and they're about to leave together, and she talks Ezekiel into staying because he wants to fucking book. He's like, no, let's hear for everybody else. He's like, these are my friends. What are you talking about? So the whole dynamic was kind of off too, because obviously Ezekiel's like, I'm gonna die here with these people. I'm not gonna leave them. But she's the one that's playing the Ezekiel part. So she's also being this, like, where she's looking for people and she has fake friends. She's playing Ezekiel, and so much so that when a person from the Commonwealth comes in, they start beating his ass, and you think Ezekiel is doing this, right? Because she's playing Ezekiel right now.
Oh, so prior to that, we actually missed a big thing. So they go under. She actually gets not even interviewed.
No.
What is that called?
Interrogated,
right? She gets interrogated pretty heavily, like to the point where she's stripped down. Were they really looking for bites? I don't know. Gun? I think they're looking for something. I don't know if it was bites, but it was weird. I think they just wanted to see your body. That's fine. Fucking pervs. Pervs in the apocalypse. Anyways, so she doesn't talk, and she has that moment where she's like, am I going to help them by talking, or I'm going to help them more by not talking? And so she chooses the not to talk. And then the other kind of splinter happens when the guy punches her, because he actually recreates a really horrible memory that she has. And okay, so from there, that's when shit really goes, like, that's when she really has to kind of go into herself, and she's like not her, like it's like an out of body experience almost. Right, for sure. So anyway, so now jumping to Stormtrooper guy comes in, he gives her food. Poor guy.
Well, it's like one of those things where, like, when you do bad, sometimes people that have multiple personalities, they don't do the bad things. They take themselves out, let someone else, another personality take over and do those bad things. And so she had Ezekiel in her head. Ezekiel could totally do those things that she couldn't do, because Ezekiel is a strong, powerful man, and she's just this little woman. So she kind of backs it like this, and Ezekiel fucking wallops this motherfucker, beats his ass.
But Princess is a badass.
Yeah, she is. And it's all done. You see this fight back and forth, and she's telling Ezekiel to stop because she's hurting everybody. It was just a total opposite of what they would have been, where the character counterparts would have been doing in that situation, right? They're almost opposite mirrors of each other. And all of a sudden, you see the blood splatter everywhere from the guy beating his face in, and you see their faces, they have the exact same blood splattering. And that's when I was like, oh, that's what's happening. She's fucking nuts.
That's when the boom moment hits, right?
Yeah.
Right. So.
It kind of shifts in, they phase together, and it's just her there over him, and this guy's begging for his life at this point.
She has been put in, I couldn't even count how many times she was put in a situation where she had two avenues to choose, right? She's always about two avenues. Splinter, right? Splinter. So I can't even count how many times that happened. And so here's another one, right? Like, she stops beating him, and now she has another decision to make. Is she gonna get away? Is she gonna leave him there? What's she gonna do with this dude, right? So she chooses to try to escape. You think it's her butt. It was the gun. It was the gun why she couldn't get under the fence.
It was those cakes.
It was the gun why she could.
It was those cakes.
Party foul. But as she does that, though, she's at this point, she's realized that she was the one beating him. So she's realizing that already. So, but as she can't get under the fence, and she kind of has to step back and kind of take another deep breath. She has another hallucination where she sees Ezekiel hanging out with a train conductor and I don't know what you call the other dude.
Ticket taker, maybe?
Ticket taker.
Both train guys, right?
Yeah, both train guys. Old school train guys, though. Like, they were, like, costumes that she dressed people up. So they were old school train people, so.
You know, the crazy thing about that part when Ezekiel's talking to her, basically like, hey, you know, it's apocalypse, just, you know, enjoy it. Basically, trying to talk her down for a ledge. And she kind of, Ezekiel's starting to leave, and she won't do it. She goes, I'm going back. Remember, this is Princess's, like, last shot of human interaction. Like she wasted the chance for Eugene going in circles, right? He made Eugene miss his drop-off point with his friend. She ran them around for a long time, finally came clean, and said she was doing it on purpose. So now she's like on her last hair with these people. And now she's trying to do what she can to keep these people alive because she hasn't been around people for a very long time.
But what she sees, it's funny, who talks her off the or who kind of, he's trying to convince her. So you have the train people, and then almost like a drunk Ezekiel, though. Like, he was like a weird, he was not like the same character that we normally have, right? So whatever she manifested. So she decides to go back, goes back inside the train.
Did you see what happened, what the zombies actually looked like when she left?
They were normal. They were normal and chained up.
What was on their necks? They were like in stocks. They were like in stocks.
But it was like metal stocks, not like wood stocks, metal stocks for sure.
Crazy like this. So obviously being that close to the Commonwealth, this is something they do to people or do to zombies because these things will be walking around like that. They've been there for that long. So this is something that these people, I think, did to these people. If that makes any sense.
Absolutely.
So it's like this is some of their punishment. So if we see these people like later on, like at the end of the episode, or next episode in stocks like this, that might be a way that they punish people like that. It's a very good foreshadowing, I think.
Well, we'll see. So because our friends all have bags in their heads now. So so Princess goes back. She makes the. She actually at that point, there's no good decision that she can make.
Yep.
She's stuck. She's stuck. So that dude was obviously not whatever peon that he was. So she's stuck. So she does what she can, but she thinks that she's going to help her friends. And of course, once they open the train door or the car door, her friends are out there and they all have bags on their heads. And it looks awful. Looks awful.
I love how the fact that he's, to get the gun back, tells her, oh, there's no bullets in it. I'm just a rookie. And it's like, well, if there's no bullets in it, then why are you afraid of this person?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
right?
You don't check that shit.
Yeah. So basically, she gives him the gun and she walks out.
And she uncuffs him.
He puts his mask on,
stuff,
right? So you can't tell he got his ass beat. He doesn't
By
have
a
to,
girl.
Doesn't have to, well, it's this tank girl. She's a little something different.
Whatever. Well, he's also.
He doesn't. She's cray. So he doesn't show his people or his boss what happened to him because he can cover his whole mouth up. And she goes, okay, when it's my friend, so she can see them right now. She opens up they open the sidecar up, and there's all three of them. Yumaka Nakamoko, and Ezekiel, and Eugene with black bags over their head.
What is wrong
and
with
they
you?
put a bag
and
over her head.
They put a bag over her head.
Very, very
and
sad.
That's kind of the end of the episode. So I do have a quote here because it's my favorite quote of the show. I had to write it down. A bunch of scary action figures that come to life.
Yeah,
it was
awesome.
The best quote. I'm like, I gotta write that shit down. Such a good because it's so stupid. They look so stupid. Like, did they raid? They raided like a paintball store, right? Like they were like, oh shit, we found the Holy Grail. We found a paintball store. It's dumb.
I just wish.
It's really dumb.
I mean, they
look stupid.
They look legit in the comic books, but there's no fabricating. I wish they would just made more of like an emphasis to show that these were all football pads, or to make it look like they were actually something that's been repurposed.
Could they make them dirty or something? Like they actually do something other than Stormtrooper walk around?
What they gotta do? They got guns. You ain't gonna get dirty when you got guns.
Well, if you're a Stormtrooper, you ain't gonna fucking hit shit anyway. So what does it matter?
Ding, ding.
Pew pew, pew pew.
Jason
I
Sudeikis,
hit
that's
shit.
best.
They
All
need
right.
shit.
Hey, well, good review.
I think that's it, right? Is that it?
That's
Do we
it
have
for this
anything else to talk
episode.
about?
Not on these 2 episodes. Not till the next week.
Thanks,
Same
everyone.
dead time, same dead channel.
Congratulations, Dana Hartman. He won our last contest. I will post another contest whenever I get around to posting this.
I'm gonna get you a Funko too, Aaron. We'll put that in that box for you.
Oh, well, I already
Appreciate
sent him.
you.
I already sent him the shit.
Well, you're gonna get 2 boxes, buddy. Whatever.
Look at Aaron. You get 2. I have his address, so.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Aaron.
He's
already taken drinks.
Pause a second. Oh shit.
Ooh, you falling over the place? What's going on over
A
here?
little bit of rye. Rye going down. This is actually pretty awesome. Rye whiskey, handcrafted.
This distillery is really highly rated,
Healdsburg.
right?
Healdsburg, huh?
Galesburg. Close. It's like neighbors. Sort of.
Someone go draw
This is awful.
a chalk outline.
This is
of
actually
that song.
like the worst rendition of the song I've ever heard.
Well, one person sounds really good, and one person is not carrying the
Even
load.
though we make it, we
Welcome everyone to the whiskey tasting portion of the show, where we're breaking down Alley 6 Rye Whiskey from Healdsburg, California. I love the support local breweries and distilleries.
Again, Alexis Franklin Covey on Facebook. Thank you for this, for donating our bottle for this evening. I forgive you for ghosting me for.
How are you gonna ghost a host?
She ghosted me for sure.
Oh, well, I can see that happening.
She ghosted me. Anyways.
What do you taste, Shorty? What do you smell?
Maple. I actually do smell maple for sure. What I like about this is it is a little hot for sure. But it's sweet. Like, and y'all know I like the sweet. So I really enjoy.
Sweetness.
Like, I was so worried because it's rye. I was so worried to try this. I was like, ooh, but it's good. It's delicious. I actually really enjoy this.
The color is gorgeous. Perfect, right? Ryes, they tend to be a little bit more, I guess they not so many flavorful sweet notes in ryes that I've usually tasted. So with this, you like,
totally smell.
You smell vanilla, caramel, because caramel's not a thing, and honey. Delicious tasting, very sweet. So it's really, you take the shot down, you smell the oak.
I swear to God, a cat just died. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, there's cat karaoke.
Oh yeah, well, we forgot to actually mention we're at Junction Brewery today.
We're at Junction Brewery and Grill.
Sorry.
And
we didn't mention them all day.
And after you get taking the shot or having a sip of it, the sweetness stays on your tongue. So you get the burn that goes down, but there's like just a sweet like layer on your tongue.
That's a nice aftertaste for sure.
Absolutely.
And a nice finish.
I want to say after,
but there is a little bit of heat there for sure.
I want to say aftertaste for as much as it's like the flavor just stays in your mouth and the heat just goes down past your throat. So it burns out.
I mean, it's definitely, there's a very distinct difference between this and like some of the other whiskeys. Like,
oh yeah.
Very distinct. Like, I didn't think it was going to be that. And I think we've tried a couple ryes in the past, but I couldn't tell you which ones.
This would be great.
But anyways,
this would be ryes are good in Manhattan. This would be a great in Manhattan. I don't know if you put fruit.
Look at you and your little bougie drink.
If you put your fruit in here, I like whiskey sours. This would be a great whiskey sour bourbon too.
I gotta put my pinky out. This would be good in a.
Two pinkies, bitches. Yeah, this would be great in whiskey sour as well. Half a lemon, half an orange.
I don't drink any of those.
Half a lime. That's all you need.
But okay. Are you gonna cheers me or are you just gonna drink without me? It's fine.
I can do both, right? Cheers, Paul. Thanks for coming to watch our review. Remember to come down and drink these whiskeys at Junction Brewery and Grill in American Canyon at 110 West American Canyon Road,
but don't come down to drink
California. Have a great time. We had the fish and chips tonight. I got my fish buffalo, fucking amazing.
We had fish and chips too. We had some drinks. What else we had? Fish tacos.
We had a wonderful time.
Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. We had fish tacos on Taco Tuesday.
Taco and Tata Tuesday. They just go together.
What just happened? What even just happened?
And there were fish tacos too. Weird. Bye,
Anyways,
guys.
bye. Thanks, everybody. Oh, why are you trying to mess up my shit, man?
We are Tina and Bunny, and we like the boo.